My next league starter build idea will be focusing on the dragon/wyvern form and fire attacks and spells. I'm trying to keep the build a one button playstyle so we can just enjoy the game on league start. This is my Hellfire Wyvern Druid build idea. What's up guys, Pidget here. Little heads up before we starting. Everything you will see here is untested and there are many unknown factors for this build, so please proceed with caution. As I mentioned, my plan is to keep the build one button from the start, if it's possible. There is an attack that could fulfill this, and that's the Rolling Magma. This skill has area coverage, chaining far away, and can double hit the same target. This is works like in PoE 1. The damage effectiveness is pretty damn decent thanks to the double hit. We only know the level 20 skill gem numbers. Currently it's 187. This is getting doubled because of the double hit. Has decent attack speed as well, so playing around this would be pretty smooth as well from the start. Now the build idea once again guys, we planning to use Rolling Magma for clear, and this can double hit, and also has a very high damage effectiveness, 374, because of the double hit. You can see here the numbers on a level 20 gems, and keep in mind this can be boosted even further, so maybe the attack damage scaling will go up, and also the chain as well, and also the impact radius. Why is the chain and impact radius is important? First, the more chain you have, the far away will bounce your Rolling Magma. Second, the impact radius is important because 1.8 meters is exactly like this big. So this is from PoE 1. Rolling Magma AoE radius that has exactly the same number. Now you can see here without scaling it has a very decent clear. So imagine that you throwing here and then your next we are bouncing here and here, so you literally covering like this big zone with the basic level 20 gem, and also without any sort of AoE scaling, because we don't know yet the skill tree guys. So I hoping we getting a lot of area scaling action on this side of the tree, because right now there is not too much, just a few nodes here as you can see here. So if this is stays here, maybe that will be enough to just justifying to taking, and also there is area increase here. So we have already a few nodes that could help us to gain more area effect. And also why it's important once again the area, because if we can scale high enough the coverage, maybe we can hit 3 times, but that is a very big theory, because I don't know exactly how much we would need. Maybe it's not even possible. So we just keeping as a double hit currently for this ability. Now this is an attack, so this can be used with crit chance, crit damage, and so on, and we can benefit from the penetration. So this is how I planning to scale the damage, although we don't know guys once again the skill tree. So planning around crit based build without knowing the nodes is kind of hard. Luckily majority of the talismans has decent crit chance, although we don't know the Wyvern one for instance, so maybe scaling crit would be not even an option. So keeping this in mind guys, this is just an opportunity, so I'm not trying to force out crit if it's not possible. Although if you choosing a different Ascendancy than any of the Druid available, such as like Amazon has insane crit scaling potential, so I would be not surprised if maybe even going on Amazon, but this is depends on once again how it looks like the tree on this side, and also how the Ascendancies finalized looking like. And now I want to talk about another ability as well that could be used for single target damage, but not for clear. So technically we using one button for clear, one button for single target, so this is technically still one button, right? So now we talking about the flame breath, and the flame breath is here as you can see here. Let me move up here. Yeah, so you can see here the damage numbers on this one on level 13 gem. It's pretty damn impressive. Why I'm saying that? Not because of the attack damage 70%, because the attack speed 800% of base. Now let's just pull up the calculator for a second. So let's calculate with the basic 1.3 attack per second. So this is 800% of this one is 10 attack per second. So this is making this ability to like 819% damage effectiveness at level 13, and keep in mind this is maybe going up even further. So if my calculations is correct, please guys correct me if I'm wrong on this one. So this is how I calculated the damage. Now this ability is a channeling ability, so it will just drain mana per second. Luckily not like per attack per second, because it would be impossible to sustain this amount of attack per second with that much mana, right? So luckily, if we have like 700 mana or 800 mana, that is I feel like a normal for a attack build have, you can literally just keep up the mana cost and just burn down all of your mana pool without worrying, because I feel like, guys, if something is not dies in 4 seconds, as you can see here, because the rage cost is ignored for the first 4 seconds of channeling, then I feel like we have trouble with this ability, so we will just use the rolling magma. But I don't really want to, you know, already planning different stuff. So this is my theory for the single target, and it's looking on paper pretty damn devastating ability. And also don't forget, we can consume power charge to add even more damage. As you can see here, gains 50% of damage as lightning damage, which is kinda insane in my opinion, guys, because extra damage is a very huge damage boost. And also don't forget, guys, maybe this getting changed, so I don't want to hype up too much, but on paper this is looks pretty damn decent. And how are you generating power charges? Well, it's very easy, you just using the devour, and basically that's it. But on boss fight, I don't know how we can generate this one, for instance. And also majority of the time I feel like we will have at least 1 or 2 power charge when we entering a boss fight, not a pinnacle boss fight, because your power charges will have long duration, right? So we can just literally eat a corpse before we starting the boss fight, and then just go in and kill the boss with one single flame breath, in my opinion. But we will see, guys, about this one. And now the other very interesting thing, we could use the oil barrage, guys. And what is oil barrage do? Oil barrage is applies exposure on hit. Now this is an additional button, I know, guys, but the thing is, this is a huge damage increase because it applies exposure, as you can see here, 20% exposure, so that is pretty damn decent and honestly strong as well. So ignoring this one would be kinda bad, or somehow we can automate this one. So I don't want really, once again, invest too much on this one, because I have a feeling, guys, the flame breath should be enough for the job done, but we will see that one. And also I want to talk about one single thing, the spell and attack synergy. So, you know, GGG was advertising the Druid as a hybrid class, so spell and attack synergy, and Rolling Magma has a synergy, and that is with the Volcano ability. And the Volcano ability is a spell, so, and also it's releasing more projectiles every single time when the Rolling Magma is hitting. And once again, Rolling Magma can hit 2 times. So if we positioning the Volcano under the boss, then it can hit as well double time. It opens up the option to scale spell damage and attack damage at the same time. But once again, guys, this is without knowing the tree, it's kind of hard to judge, because right now there is no such a build in PoE 2 that is literally using spells and attacks at the same time. So this is why I have concerns about this. And also this on paper is not even looks good even on a level 1, because most of the time, guys, you will hit like one projectile. So technically speaking, this is like over duration, it's like 50 damage on level 1. So it's not really a big deal in my opinion, but it needs to test it. And this is just the full black plan. If the Rolling Magma and the Flame Breath alone, it's not enough for the game. Now a few words about the Ascendancy. So we have 3 options: Shaman, Oracle, and Amazon. We talked about Amazon already, because once again, Amazon has insane crit scaling potential and also defensive scaling potential, because it can convert all of the fist damage leech to elemental damage leech, and all of our ability will deal elemental damage, and then we will able to also leech mana, because we can add mana leech on the elemental damage. So technically speaking, our mana is fixed with Amazon pretty damn easily, while with the shaman or the druid, these two things would be very, very hard in my opinion, and also defensive scaling and tonkiness scaling would be pretty damn hard without knowing the tree. But on this side of the tree, it's energy shield and armor domination most of the time. So honestly, I don't know about these two, how working together, especially because how bad is the armor in my opinion still. We still don't know yet the final shaman and oracle things. Although I want to mention one thing with the oracle, and that is the walk the path not taken. This will reveal additional like 150 nodes on the tree, and we don't know that one, what is that even meaning. So maybe there could be like crit scaling, or I don't know, hybrid damage scaling, or mono leech, or so many things that is literally unknown, and without this information it's pretty damn hard to just justify to plan around this Ascendancy, although hopefully they will reveal this one before the league is starting, so we can plan around at least, because right now without a tree it's kind of hard to judge. And also in my opinion guys, currently I would, if we're not getting the information, I would start as an Amazon, as a huntress, and take Amazon, and then that would be my choice instead of the druid. Although because this is a new class, I want to try out as well, because you know all of the stuff that is related to this one, maybe the will be here on this side of the tree. This is my league starter plans guys. So honestly, yesterday, before I fall to sleep, I was started imagining this thing, how it will work, and the more I was thinking, the more excited I get. You can tell, by the way, because I have such a good mood right now, because just thinking about a very big dragon and just spitting fire and burning down the whole game. Although we will see guys how this is turning out, I don't want to hype up, because once again guys, all of this stuff is untested. So please keep this in mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short Auricraft video. If you have any question or suggestion, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pudget2. Thanks for watching. I was Pudget. See you next time.